Now, earlier this week in the village we received a phone call, and it really set everybody going, got us very, very excited, because the phone call said that round about this time one of this country's most famous artistes would be arriving in Crinkley Bottom, knocking on my door, round about this time. So any moment now, I'm expecting... delighted that you share my excitement, and I promise you that when you see who it is, you will not be disappointed in the build-up that I've given him. The one thing I ought to warn you is that he hasn't got a lot of time, because at the moment he's on a tour of the UK, sell-out tour, incredibly popular, absolute sell-out. And he says that he's not going to be here for long. In fact, that we'll only have 2 minutes of his valuable time. However, while we're waiting for him to turn up, I think I probably ought to point out you'll recognise him because, of course, he's on television so much. And many, many years ago, when I started out in this business, I met him. And I must say, it was wonderful to meet him. We got on like a house on fire. We gelled immediately. You know how when you meet some people, immediately you feel at home. We've been great mates ever since. We get on so well. I can't wait to come through that door and to actually talk about old times. Yeah, it will be great. You're right. I knew you'd want to hear about the old days. The old times we'll talk about, even though he's got just 2 minutes or so. And actually, if you want to come in on a secret, I'm going to prove to you that not only is he famous, but he's a great sport. Because I'm going to persuade him, and he doesn't know about this, I'm going to persuade him to go into the gunge tank. And he'll love it. He'll love it. He will. He's such a good sport that he will go straight into that gunge tank without a complaint, without a blink. Nothing at all. He will be in there and we'll be able to prove that he's such an incredible good sport. It's just a shame that he seems to be running a little late. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll pop downstairs, meet Peggy and Tommy and Nesreen, and wait till I get you home. He's bound to turn up later. We were on the subject of Michael Jackson and his many facial refinements. And I asked Nesreen, why would anyone want to change their nose? Now, did she say, hold that thought, Elephant Man? Or sometimes it helps a person breathe more easily? Or did she say, well, not everyone's got cute noses like you and I, Noel?
I think number 3.
Why would anyone want to change their nose?
Because some noses go like this, some noses go like this, some noses go like this, and some noses...
What do you think I ought to do to my nose?
Flatten it a little.
Probably quite a few people who'd like to do that. What about yours?
Mine, half Egyptian, half Chinese. I don't know.
You've got a pretty nose, you're all right.
I always think that it's always the Chinese who have the flat nose because they pick it with their little finger. But my dad picks it with his big finger.
This is not quite so out of context as it seems now, because we've been talking about sleep and why we need sleep and fatigue and whatever, and I asked him why do people wear anything in bed. Now, did he say so they don't frighten the tooth fairy? Even you should know this one, Noel. In case of fire, or something else?
I think it'd be something else.
Why do people wear anything in bed?
So they don't have babies. So it keeps the babies in.
So you wear pyjamas so you don't have a baby?
This is tight round there. And I've got an hole just down there. He's got Spider-Man pajamas, he's got a big hole right round there. He done it himself. And it won't spring out. And it went... And you could see his pants. You could see his pants.
How old is he?
4.
I asked her which was her favourite film. Did she like those of Julie Andrews, Walt Disney, or some fellow whose first name is Arnold? Or did she say something else?
Arnold.
Arnold.
My best film is Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, you know Creditor 1. I thought it blew up in the man's belly.
What's the chap's name?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I've not heard of him.
When I was watching Creditor 1, there was a Creditor, and then he blows open a man's belly, the Creditor, and you see all his lungs, and then you see everything in there.
Who would you gunge, I said. Did he say, I forgot her name, but she used to be Prime Minister? Or, no one, I think it's cruel? Or, my dad? Or someone else?
Definitely my dad.
It'd have to be my dad. Aye.
And why would your dad deserve it?
Because I love him.
That's a lovely thing.
Give him a laugh in his life.
What jobs do you do round the house for your father? Did he say, I blow dry his hair with my pea shooter? I help him cut up his food? This next one's making me feel better already. I picked the hair out of his ears with tweezers. Who's a big girly now? Come on, Jonathan, spill the beans. I'm enjoying this.
Pick hairs out of his ears with the tweezers.
Why would you do that?
Because he doesn't like hairs in his ears. And once I charged him a penny a hair. Pretty good of him.
That's a lot of hairs.
And my mum gets me to shave her hairs off her legs. I charge her a penny a hair for that. And they're all in the leg shaver and I'm picking them out, counting them. £5 off her.
Where does all this take place then?
Mostly while watching your housewife. I can't do both at the same time.
Okay.
Unless not like this.
Absolutely superb. Grabber Grand is coming, of course, and we will have a chance to see Leonard. Now, is that the doorbell, or is that Simon Mayo's record of the week, I wonder?
Lady Sarah Jane Parker.
We call her Nosy Parker.
How do you like my antique ring?
Oh, very, very nice. Is it new?
We call him stupid. No, of course it isn't new. I collect antiques.
Oh.
What do you collect apart from dust?
Well, I'm still pretty keen on the tropical fish.
Oh, yes, I remember. You were learning to lip read so you could talk to your goldfish. Any luck?
No, I've given it up now. I could only understand one word, and that wasn't very complimentary.
Look, I called round to see if you've had any further thoughts about our rid crinkly bottom of rubbish campaign.
Well, I have discussed it with the family.
And?
We don't want to leave, you see. I mean, I've done a lot for the village, and I am, after all, a patron of the arts.
I hardly think a fake Venus de Milo statue on your lawn qualifies you.
I should think it's a fake.
It's got arms. And the Mona Lisa in your kitchen?
Is that a fake?
Yes, the real one's in the Louvre.
I'll pop in there later and swap them over.
And another thing, you've got people. You've got people living on your lawn in caravans. What do you call them again?
Well, I call them Mum and Auntie Olive. But...
Have you no compassion?
Oh, yes, I have, yes.
Well, couldn't your mum and Aunt Olive live in your attic?
What, and upset the pigeons? But, I mean, my mum is an asset to this village.
Oh, I'm sure you're right. You never know when you need another tattoo. Well, if you're determined to stay, I have to tell you the committee has decided to build a wall around your property.
Oh, well, that's fine, as long as you leave enough room for me to actually get my hot dog bike, you know, out through the gate.
Who said anything about a gate?
I mean, I really do. I hate all this bickering, and you are a very attractive woman, and Surely aren't I the embodiment of everything that you like in your man?
You are the embodiment of everything I like in my dresses.
How's that?
Short and tight.
This is the moment I love, I absolutely adore. This is one of the highlights of my week. And so let's go meet this week's star of NT.